kindly been organised by the Kathina Group 2021. Listening to Dhamma is one of the 5 things one should do in order to attain or achieve Nibbana. So all of you here and everyone else who has joined, thanks for the YouTube channel, has a very rare opportunity to be listening to Dhamma today. Today's Dhamma talk is conducted by the Most Venerable Bodhicitta Theri. If you all are ready and eagerly waiting for this Dhamma talk to begin. So please stay focused and pay attention throughout this session. And with that, I now respectfully invite our Bodhicitta Theri to commence this ceremony. Thank you.
Okay. Before we begin the session, let's observe the 5 precepts. So let's worship Lord Buddha by reciting Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiñampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiñampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiñampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiñampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiñampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiñampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tisarana gamanaṃ sampunnaṃ. Pānātipātā vīramani sikkhappadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Adinādānā vīramani sikkhappadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Kamisu micchācārā vīramani sikkhappadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Musāvādā vīramani sikkhappadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Suramēraya majjapamādhatthānā vīramani sikkhappadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Tisaranena sadiṃ pañcasīlaṃ Dhammaṃ sādhukaṃ surakkitaṃ kattvā apamādena පාදේ තබං සමන්තා චක්කවාලේසු අත්‍රා ගච්ඡන්තු දේවතා සද්දම්මං මුනි රාජස්ස සුනන්තු සග්ග මොක්ඛදං ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං වදන්තා ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං වදන්තා ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං වදන්තා නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස With the permission of the Bhantes, with the Mahasangha, may I speak few words in the Dhamma. Dear devotees, dear sons and daughters, I'm honored to be here today for this youth Dhamma session. This is organized by the 2021 Katina group. So I would like to specially share merits with Miss Anusha for inviting. So today I look forward to share the wisdom of the Lord Buddha with you all, so you all can benefit from Buddha's wisdom. So I think to begin with, we can take few minutes to calm our minds. So let's meditate for a few minutes. Then you can bring your attention to within, and then we can focus and then listen to the Dhamma talk. If you have a specific topic that you would like me to discuss, you're welcome to write it and bring it over here. Then after the meditation, we can discuss that. Okay, so sit comfortably. We are going to relax. Keep your back straight. It's important to keep your back straight. And your neck not hanging down, not looking up, just in a relaxed position, leveled with your shoulders. can place your arms on your lap, on top of each other. Then close your eyes and relax. So we are going to relax. Forget about everything else. Just know that you are in a very safe environment. So just relax. Bring your awareness to the breath. Let's take a slow but a deep breath, counting from 1 to 6. Hold on to your breath, counting from 1 to 6. Let's breathe out in a controlled manner, counting from 1 to 6. Then pause your breath for 6 seconds. Again, let's take a slow but a deep breath. Fill your lungs to the maximum. Hold on to the breath for 6 seconds. Let's breathe out, counting from 1 to 6. Pause your breath for 6 seconds. For one more last time, let's take a deep breath. Fill your lungs to the max. Hold on to your breath. Slowly release your breath. Let the breath settle into its natural rhythm. Be in the present moment. Be aware of your mind. What's happening inside the mind? How is your mood? What type of thoughts do you have? How is your body? If you feel your body has tension, you release that tension and relax. If you feel you have a mood and you're agitated, just calm down. If you see any unwholesome thoughts, don't entertain them. Just let them be. They will go away. The way they came in without your invitation, they will disappear. All you have to do is just notice it and let it be. Just be aware of your mind like a little child standing on the pavement and watching the traffic. And clearly can see these vehicles going this way, the others are going that way, the same way. Just watch the traffic in the mind, but not getting involved, being on the side. Be a distant observer. And as you can recognize the cars, the vans, whatever the type of vehicle that's in the road like that, just try to recognize your thoughts. Are they good thoughts, wholesome thoughts, bad thoughts? What type of thoughts do you have in your mind? And if you see any bad thoughts, unwholesome thoughts, get rid of them. What are the bad thoughts? Selfish thoughts. If it's difficult for you to just watch this from a distance, because we are so used to think, we can choose to think a good thought. Good thoughts are the selfless thoughts. Thoughts without the self in it. So let's think a good thought. One good thought is, we can, instead of thinking I want this, I want that, I, me, we can think all beings, think of all beings' welfare and well-being. So let's think, may all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. May all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. Make it a genuine wish that you want to see all beings being well and happy. In the same way as you wish to be well and happy, as you don't wish to suffer, all beings, they also don't like to suffer. They also like to be comfortable, peaceful and happy. So from the bottom of your heart, let's wish, may all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful and happy. If any unwholesome thoughts come, you just detect them, just let them be. Don't interact with them, don't entertain them. Then the way they came, they will go away. If you see an unwholesome thought, you release that thought, then you relax. You can be happy that you detected an unwholesome thought and you didn't engage, so be happy, you can have a smile. And then you can go back to the practice of metta. Broadening your heart with unconditional loving kindness. May all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful and happy. Okay, slowly bring your awareness back to the body. Just scan your body from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. If there's any tension, just release and relax. Pay attention to your breath. Let's take a slow but a deep breath, counting from 1 to 6. Hold on to your breath for 6 seconds. Let's release the breath, counting from 1 to 6. Pause your breath for 6 seconds. Again, let's take a slow but a deep breath. Hold on to your breath. Before you release, now let's take another breath. Quick in-breath. Hold on to that breath. Now look into your mood. How do you feel right now? Is it like the same, like before, or do you feel much more calm and settled? Just get to know your mood, and then let's slowly release the breath. It's taking 6 seconds. Then pause your breath. Again, let's take a slow but a deep breath for one more time. And hold on to your breath. Let's take another quick breath, in breath. Hold on to your breath. Check the mood. How do you feel right now? If you've done this in the proper way, you should feel immense peace. See whether you could see the results of your action. We've been purifying the mind, and you should be able to see the results. Let's release the breath. Slowly release the breath. Just let the breath settle into its natural rhythm. Slowly you can open your eyes to end the meditation. If you're sleeping, it's time to wake up too. Okay. Now, is there anything that you would like me to specifically discuss? Any request? You can stay from where you are and let me know. You can pass the chit if you have already written it down. Okay, so if you don't have anything, then let me choose, yeah? Is it okay? All right. So, today, it looks like a lot of the people, they don't know the meaning of life. They just seem to live. Just because they are born, they are living. But they have no idea what they are supposed to do while they are on earth here for this short visit. Are we here forever? No. How long you think we are here for? Roughly? What does the WHO says about the future generation life expectancy? How long do we have? Around 60, 70. So we are here for a very short period of time. So we better spend that time wisely, isn't it? So how would you like to spend your 60 years? Now all of you here, maybe most of you have passed the 10-year mark. So what we have is roughly 50 years left. Yeah? So what would you like to do in this short time? If we are lucky, we can get maybe a little bit more, who knows, but let's roughly talk about another 50 years. So what would you like to do? How would you like to live? What do you think we should do while we are here for this short period of time, while visiting on earth? How many of you think you have just come here to visit and go, you have come here for a tour, to do some shopping, do some sightseeing, and then you want to go? How many of you think you have come here for sightseeing? None. How many of you think you have come here to do something to make this place into a better place? Put your hands up. Few has a mission. Very good. So some of you think you have come here to do something. Very good. How many of you think you have just come here to do nothing, but just come here to, eat, sleep, and I will leave ... blank for the rest, etc., etc. Live like the animals live, they also just eat, sleep, propagate, and then just go. That's all they do. How many of you think we are here for that? None. Good. So you all think we should do something better than what the animals do? Yes. What should we do then? What can we do that the animals can't do? What makes us different from an animal being? Have you all ever thought, what's the difference between you and the cat inside your home, or the dog in the house, or the cow that you see in the paddock? When you see the meat in the shelf, when you see the birds fly, fish in a tank, have you ever pondered? They also have life. They also eat, sleep, propagate, look after their children. Same like us. So what makes us different to an animal? You can, yeah. The human being can discern what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong, and make good decisions. Spot on. We have the most evolved brain from all the species across the board. It's the human being who have the most evolved brain. So evolved means it's evolved to the level where our brain supports rational, logical thinking, where it supports understanding. Now, if we tell your puppy or the dog or the kitten, please tell me what is 2 plus 2? Can it say? No. But if I ask you, can you calculate 2 plus 2? Yes. If I ask your dog, if I show him a Bhikkuni and ask him, would you like this? Can he communicate with me and say yes? Of course it will wag the tail and say yes, yes. It will bark, it will smile, it will wag the tail, it might even jump and try to take it. Yeah, it can communicate and say yes. But if I ask, tell me, calculate 2 plus 2, he can't. So even these animals can think. They also have likes and dislikes. Have you noticed that? The animals have likes and dislikes. Have you noticed? Their world is dominated by emotions. When they like something, they really like. If they like someone, they really love. Sometimes they don't leave that person's sight. They will just hang around with them. If they dislike someone, they will make sure they will express that. They will snarl, they will growl, they will bark, they will attack. Yeah? If they dislike something or someone, they will just go for it. So they are quite capable of choosing their likes and dislikes and expressing that, which we human beings also capable of. But it's not something, a great quality that to be pulled with your likes and dislikes, because it's very common with animals. It's not something that differentiates you and the animal. So don't think if you express your likes and dislikes, and you got attached to something you like, someone you like, and you don't like someone and you hate. That's an animal quality. Okay? So in that regard, there's many qualities that I want to bring up and show you what these animal qualities and how it should differ when it comes to the human beings, how we should behave in a different way. Now, tell me, is it good to make decisions based on liking and disliking? No. It's very dangerous. If you happen to like someone who is really bad, who is doing nasty things, but you like, that's not good. Just because someone didn't follow your instructions, or they didn't give you what you want, they didn't meet your expectation, or they hurt your ego, but they are a good person. And just because they hurt you, if you don't like them and you start attacking and you start opposing their good work, is it good? No. So this is the danger with going with likeness and dislikeness. So the human being can come to the middle. They can see what they like for what it is, what they don't like for what it is, and they can see what's really underneath in what they like and what they don't like. Is it really something wholesome or unwholesome? Is it really something useful or useless? So you can calculate, you can rationally, logically think. And there will be some times we don't like something, but it's needed to be done. So what do we have to do? We have to be patient, we have to be tolerant, and we need to accept that with an equanimous mind. And we need to go with that. For example, now, let's say you're sick. And in Sri Lanka, we have something called kasaya. You ask your mother or father, what is kasaya? Kasaya is a very bitter tonic. But it's necessary to drink because they are herbal drinks. And in Sri Lanka, we knew sugar is not good for you. So when they extract the herbs, if it's bitter, we don't put sugar into it. So when we have to drink it like that. It's needed for you, but it's not nice. Do you like to drink bitter things? No. But now that we have a human brain, what do? We reason out and come to a rational decision where even though this is bitter, I don't like it, but for me to heal, this medicine is needed. So therefore I must drink it, and then we drink. But if you just behave like the animal, and you know how the animals will refuse if they don't like something. If we do that, we lose. So this is why I said it's very important for you all to learn how not to get swayed by this liking and disliking. You need to start using your rational, logical mind. Now, you like a lot of the refined sugary things. Yes? Cheap candies, Slurpees, whatever you can find here, I don't know. Is it good for your health or not? Sure it's not good? Okay, it's not good. Now, because it's not good, but it tastes nice, you like it, but it's not good. So, how do you normally behave toward this? Because you like this sugary thing, the candy, the Slurpee, the ice cream, you desire it and you ask for it and you go for it, or you make rational conscious decisions even though no matter how much desire I have, how much I like it, I'm not going to have. I'm going to give up my desire and you refuse it. How many of you can practice that willpower? There's about 2, 3. Good. So that is being human. No matter how much you like, but when you see it's dangerous, it's not good, it's damaging. So you can quickly calculate. And then what you do, you give it up. Yeah? That's being human. So you can avoid a lot of the disasters. If you go ahead just like this, just asking for the things you like and refusing the things that's good for you, we can't benefit. We will end up in big trouble. I'll bring up another example. Now the research has shown, in average, on a day, especially youth, spend about 5 hours on the screen. Either you're watching the TV, or on the computer, or iPod, or iPad, or laptop, either watching news, or a drama, or a movie, or a violent movie, or pornography, or playing games, or chit-chatting. They are saying people are spending about 5 hours for entertainment on a screen. And now they have found out this is really damaging to your brain. Did you know that? Now the research is showing that it makes you addict to that, to these games, to watch these movies, to watch this, that and the other, and to the games. And it's showing it's the same neuronal pathways that work when you take cocaine. You know, when you take cocaine, there is a pleasure, but you get addicted to it. So it's very difficult to rehabilitate people who take cocaine. But they are showing playing games and things like that actually activates that parts in the brain, and you get addicted to that. So this is why when you play games, when mom and dad come and tell you that's it, now time is over, do you happily give it to them or switch it off, or you snarl and start growling and start barking? What type of a display you show? Huh? We get angry. Why? Because you are addicted to it, you like it so much, and you don't like to give up. Now, tell me, now that you know, go into the research. Now that I shared with you, this is very damaging to your brain, it kills a lot of your neurons. And you know, when you are doing that, it makes you emotional, and a lot of chemicals will come to your brain, and that plays havoc in your mind and the body. So it will deteriorate your quality of paying attention. Your memory, you will lose your memory. When you can't pay attention, you can't understand something. When you can't understand something, you can't pass your exams. So it will have a detrimental effect in your education. So it's proven that unnecessarily spending hours on the screens is not good. It's really damaging. But you really like it. Now, what should you do to be a good human being, to exercise the human power? What should you do? Now tell me, there is this nice dish that is cooking, like a meat dish, very fragrant and it's nice. So the dogs come. All they want to do is eat that food because it's so nice smelling. But someone tells the dog it's very damaging to you because there's some poison in it. This is being cooked to kill some, whatever the animals or whatever that's not needed. So it is to poison someone. So they tell the dog, don't eat this. If you eat this, it will damage you. It will bring you tummy aches. It will poison your whole body. It can even kill you. What do you think the dog will do? Let's compare now. What the dog will do when it desires something and how the human being can change that behavior. So tell me, what do you think the dog will do? When it really likes something, even though someone tells it's damaging, what would the dog do? It will still have the interest to eat. Because it can't understand, it only can go with its liking and disliking. So if he likes something, it will go for it. So, now that you know this, using the screen in an unwise way, not using it for a productive thing like for your studies or for research, but you use it to play games or to watch violent movies or to watch pornography or to watch this, that and the other things, that it's really damaging your brain. Now, what is the decision we should make? Should we be like the dog or we should be like a human being and make a good decision? What is the rational thing to do now? To keep on hanging on to those things and keep on doing those things that's going to damage our brain and affect our education, or to give it up, that bad habit? Give it up. See when you go home now whether you can practice that. Then you're strengthening your human brain part. But you will see it's very difficult because our animal brain also very active. In the evolution, when we developed, we passed through this animal stage. So still the limbic system is in the brain, where you will always get pulled with the liking and disliking. And higher chance is that you will go with the liking and disliking without reasoning. So this is the whole point of education, where the education should be to teach you how to think rationally, logically, how to choose good from the bad and how to let go of the bad, how to find that strength, will, to let go of the bad and the wrong things and choose good and the right. That will only help you to, live a good life, to advance. That's the whole point of going to this education. But unfortunately today, that's not being done. But this is what Buddha was showing. while you are here on earth for a short visit, Buddha said that we have the most evolved brain, so make use of it. Don't you accumulate demerits and go and behave like an animal, but you should evolve from that and advance from that and train your brain, train your mind to be like a human being. Make good decisions and stick with them and advance. So when you do that, when you start to think rationally, logically and make good decisions and start to live a meaningful life, you can make use of the most of this human life, this brain. And while you're on earth, you can advance. So if we don't practice this, we will only be like the animals. But now that you said you have the wish to make a difference to here, you said you like to you have that wish to make this place a better place while you are here for this short period of time. Have you seen the animals doing that? Not really. They can't do it consciously. Well, the cat and the dog can come purr and they can wag their tail and make you happy, but they can't do much more than that. Yeah? They can show you love, but they can't do much. But we human beings can do a lot more than what they can do. So if you're really interested in making a difference to this place, then you first have to start to know the pedals in your brain. What's happening inside your mind? How this liking and disliking is pulling you in this direction and that direction and like that. But we have a brake pedal. So if something is not good, something is not right, no matter how much you like, what should we do? Put your feet on the accelerator or on the brake? On the brake. If you don't like something because it involves a lot of hard work, or you have to spend your money and time and things like that, you have to do a lot of sacrifices, but it's needed to be done, should you put the feet on the accelerator or on the brakes? Just because you don't like, we don't put your feet on the brake. It's needed to be done, even though it's hard, you don't like it, but if it's needed to be done, we have to start doing it. We have to make up our mind to go and do it, yes? So these things animals can't do. Okay. So this is just a basic thing that I'm sharing with you, because I see in today's world, I see a lot. Also, tell me another thing I would like to share. In the animal realm, now let's take the cat. When the cat is, free, when it's very relaxed and free, most of the time, what does it do? Where does it pay attention to? Have you seen they pay a lot of attention to their body? Keep on looking at the body, keep on licking the body. Have you seen? They pay a lot of attention to their body. Now, that's another thing for you to understand. When they want to get attention, what do? They use their body to that. If it's a peacock, when the peacock wants attention, what does it do? It puts its feathers out and it starts dancing. Yes? When these animals are in a fight, when they want to show I'm the one, what does it do? They puffs up. Have you seen their hair stand on end and they try to show bigger than they are? You seen that? And when they want to really, win whatever the situation that they are in, and they want to win, they use their body and power, and sometimes they use their anger. Have you seen? So, when it comes to our circumstances, you need to understand this too. Paying too much attention to your body, it's very common with the animals. And if you're trying to get attention from by beautifying your body and puffing up your body and doing this and that to the body and all that, that's not really a good human quality, a great human quality. It's very common with animals. But what should we use to get the attraction? We all like to get attention. What do you think the human being should use to get attention if they want to? We don't need to really, but if you want to, what do you think? It is the power of the mind that you should display. Wise people get attracted to a good mind, a strong mind. When you have a strong mind, people like that. So it's not the outside beauty that we get attracted to. The people do with the people with a weak mind. If you keep on beautifying your body, put this lipstick, this Q-tech, that Q-tech, this part is blue, this part is pink, and you put all the tinkering in here, put all kinds of powder and get the, whatever, not the painting. You can do all that. The people who will get attracted to you, this showing off makeup, is the people with a weak mind. So if you want to get attracted, all this rubbish, go for it. You will have rubbish hanging around you. That's all you're going to have. If you want to have good, strong, wise people hanging around you, if you like them liking you, learn to be simple, learn to give least attention to the body. Just keep the body nice and clean, tidy, that's it. You be natural as possible. This is what the good, the wise people appreciate. When you are so simple and so genuine and you show yourself for who you are, you don't need extensions here, they are nothing. This is all the animal work, how they get attention. If you have a good mind, a pure heart, pure people will get attracted, good people will get attracted, strong people will get attracted. Birds of feathers flock together. The like-minded people will get attracted to you. So if you want to be a great human being, learn to be simple, pure-hearted, and be genuine. You don't need the makeup to get attraction. You don't need the artificial nails. You don't need the, now it's amazing when people are losing their strength in the mind and they are behaving more or less like animals. What you see in the shopping centers and here and there is nail polish center, hair heaven, and foot spa, and body massage. It's all about the body, 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 body. You know, when we are small, we never ever had, apart from a salon, because people couldn't cut their hair, apart from a salon, there was no nail polishing centers, there was no tinting places, there was no foot spa, whatever. There was none of these things. More the people are getting weak and weak and weak, they are focusing on the body like the cat. And they are trying to show off the body and make it beautify and try to get attention, but their heart is like an animal. It's full of animal qualities, so weak. So remember, if you remember that you are here, you have come here to do something and you want to do something to make this place a better place, first we need to be a good human being. And you need to learn to start exercising the good human qualities. So one of the things is stop paying too much attention to your body. Learn to wear a cloth because you want to wear it to cover your private parts. That's the whole meaning of wearing something. You should choose it according to the season, whether it's too hot or too cold. If it's cold, you rug up. If it's very warm, you wear very light clothes. Wearing the clothes is all about to cover the private parts, to keep it warm and cool. When you don't understand the meaning of you wearing clothes, we are going to wear that for other reasons. And then we get into trouble. We get addicted to fashion. And then no matter how much you earn, that's not going to be enough for you. Because every time you see this, that and the other, you want it. So it's like a leak in the water tank. You will never be able to save your money. And what you expect is the attention. But what you're going to get that attention is all the rubbish will come. And you know, when you have a magnet, depending on the type of the magnet, the type of the iron will come. The same way, if you're going to be a magnet for the, the maggots, that's what's going to come on you. So learn to live a meaningful life. So wear things meaningfully. Know that why we wear clothes is because to cover the private parts. So when you can help your mom and dad to save a lot of money, and at the same time when you grow up, you can save a lot of money when you start to live a meaningful life. So you will have a lot of time in your hand. Now you don't have to work overtime, full time, to earn, because now you don't have so many wants. You are learning to live a very simple life, because it's to this body. When you pay too much attention to this body, it's only about caring for this body, and to do that you need a lot of money and never enough. So you will never be able to satisfy yourself even with one job, because the desires are endless. You think it's only by beautifying this body, you're going into fashion, you're going to look great. And what will happen is you will only spend the money, you're not going to be great because you do the fashion or you do the makeup or you tint your hair and you do your nails and all that. That's not going to make you a great person. Just because the cat is going to, do all these things to its body, it's not going to make it a great cat. You need to understand what makes a person a great person is the great mind. The great mind is a mind that goes beyond these animal qualities, goes above the animal qualities. So one of the things I was showing you is controlling these likes and dislikes and coming into the middle and making rational, logical decisions. The other thing is the animals are too concerned about their body. It's all about their body, the food, the excuse me, food, the sleep, excuse me, everything they do, it revolves around their body, to looking after the body, to protect the body, to keep this going. But the human beings, we understand that we are here for a short time and we are hiring this. While you're here for that short time, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, I don't know, we are borrowing this. And this is made of what's on the earth. You eat the earth, but not in that form, but we grow something in the earth, and the tree will convert the earth into something that we can digest. So what you eat is pretty much the earth, but in a different form, because the tree transformed it into a state that we can digest. So it is from these elements, from the nature, the oxygen in the tree, the nutrition on the ground, and everything nurtured this body, and this is how this body grows. So this body is owned by the nature, not by you. If you stop feeding these elements, the earth, the oxygen, the water, all these elements, you stop. Can you survive? Can you live? No. The body will go back to its natural place. When we die, have you seen we go up high and high and high, or we drop dead into the earth, onto the earth? We go to where we belong. We get dropped to the earth and it will go back to soil again after a few years. Yeah? So it will recycle. So this body belongs to the earth. So this is why you have to have the understanding that you're taking this for a loan, and we shouldn't be really too concerned about this body, but you should be concerned about the brain. The most important part on the body is the brain. What is on top of this whole body? What sits on the top of the body? The brain. And it's so protected. The hardest part on the brain is the skull. Why the skull is there? To protect this brain, because brain is the most important thing. So this is the part we are interested. This is the part we want to develop. But you can't develop this brain if you pay too much attention to the whole body. What you have to understand is, if you want to be a great person, you need to have a great mind. The mind is the working of the brain. So you need to develop the brain if you want to be a great person. So you need to know what supports this brain, what really keeps the brain healthy, what really helps the brain for you to advance. So what the brain needs is good food, some good nutrition. It needs oxygen. It needs rich blood flow. And, it needs some exercise. When you exercise, the body releases certain hormones, and that helps the whole body to relax and the body to go into the parasympathetic, and that helps the brain to strengthen its brain cells. So what you want is a good, strong, solid brain. And for that, it's very easy to maintain. Give the right kind of food. If you give the hungry jacks, the animal food, that sugar and tobacco, alcohol and drugs, and you go and play games and things, what does them do to your brain? What does the research show? Yes? It damages the brain. These are few things just come to my mind, I just shared with you. These things damage the brain. So that's why we encourage you to give those damaging things. The sugary things, the animal food, and the the intoxicants and flour and things like that. What really supports your brain is fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, oxygen, and you exercising and keeping your body relaxed and calm and keeping it happy. That gives the best environment for the brain to work at its best, so you can work with your mind and make it a great mind. So you can be a great person and you can do some great work on earth while you are here. And you can live as a great person, and you leave the body on earth when you go, but you can leave a good legacy. Yes? To do that, you need to have a great mind. So if some of you have that wish to be a great person, that you want to do something really great here, you really need to pay little attention to your body in terms of the fashion and doing all kinds of, puffing it up and showing off. But you need to spend time to clean it, keep it clean, nice, neat, tidy, and give good food, nutritional food, and give water and nutritional drinks, exercise, and purify your mind from all these animal thoughts, the rubbish thoughts. You need to let go of these animal kind of qualities, and you need to train the mind to develop the human qualities. When you do that, we call meditation. When you purify these animal qualities off from your brain and you start to develop the good human qualities, like that balance in the mind and strengthening the mind, purifying the mind, we call developing good qualities. That we call meditation. Meditation is you purifying your mind and strengthening your mind, making it a great mind. And there are good human qualities that we should be developing that animals don't have, and they can't do, and they don't have, and even if they like, they can't really develop them, but we can. What are some of the good qualities that we can develop that animals can't develop? What are some of the good qualities that we can develop? Can the animals look after their parents or the people or their friends who help them? Can the animals consciously return that help? Do they have the ability to look after the needy or the ones who help them? Do they have compassion? No. So is compassion a good thing? Yes. Is love and kindness a good thing? Can the animals be like that when they are charged with likes and dislikes? Can they have that loving kindness? No. But we human beings can have. But we also have to develop. If we don't develop, we don't have it. Because it's not in our genes. We have to develop. What is the benefit of having loving kindness, having compassion? Let me show you when we don't have that, what happens. Now we said the animals don't have that. Yeah? How does the animals live normally in a natural condition? Do they live a very relaxed, peaceful and happy life, or do they live with emotions and a lot of stress? How does the animals live in the wild? They are very stressed. Why is that? Why do they have to live with full of stress? Why do you think the animals are stressed? Why is the cat and the dog inside the house is not stressed? When they are put together in their community, why are they stressed? The cat and the dog inside the house has been looked after by its owner. It's getting showered by loving kindness and compassion by the owner. Yes? They look after the cat and the dog so that they can live comfortably. They don't need to live in fear. They don't need to live in all the time struggling for food. They don't need to be angry all the time. They live a quite comfortable time because they are showered with lot of love and kindness and with compassion and with all the good qualities that human beings have. But in the wild, they don't get that treatment. So they live with their emotions and they just, when they have to struggle for the survival, they live with stress. Why? No one is looking after them. What's in the genie is to look after the baby. Because it's very important for us to continue our species. So in the gene, it's there that we must produce, and when you produce, we look after the baby. So that's in the gene. So where you have seen the cats, the dogs, the birdies, when they give babies, they look after the babies. No one have to teach them or give tuition. All the animal moms look after their babies very nicely, very lovingly, very kindly. They can even sacrifice their food and give it to the baby. If you watch the birds, they go and look for food and they don't even eat it. When they find the food, they keep it in their throat and they bring it and give it, regurgitate and give it to the baby bird. Yeah? So that's the parents' love. It's in the genes. But have you ever seen in the animal realm, they're helping their mother or they're helping their father or they're helping the other birds or the cats or the dogs or the others who are helping them? No. So what happens? When this mother and father get old, the young babies, when they are strong and all that, now they don't really go and help the mother who is old. They don't go and help the other friends and the relatives who have helped them when they were little and young. But what they do, in their survival for the in their fight for the survival, they just only think about themselves, and for their survival, they need to find food. So they use the weaker ones for their food. Do you know that's how they survive, the animals? They go and prey on the weaker ones. So what the animals do, when they prey on the weak ones, sometimes it's their parents, because now they are old and they lost their energy. Now the young ones go and eat their own parents. Is that a good thing? So all the animals live in fear because they know when they are not strong, they can be a prey for someone else. Because there's no system to look after. There's no system to share the loving kindness. There's no system of kindness, caringness, compassion. It's all about my survival and the fittest of the survival of the fittest. So the most fit ones, the strong ones, will use the weaker ones for their survival. So everyone is living in fear. That's why they have stress. This is why now the human beings, we work this out. If we also live like animals like this, selfishly only looking after about I, me, myself, it's really stressful. We will have to live in fear for whole period. So what we have done, we have put systems in place where we teach it's good to have gratitude. When we were small, have you seen little babies? Can they do their own things? Can they find their food? Can they go to toilet? Can they find their own clothes? Nothing. They are just like a vegetable. Yeah? So with the kindness of the mom and dad, they work hard, they feed everything they have, and they bring up this baby to someone able. It's totally thanks to the parents and the everyone who is looking after them. It's their effort that brought that little baby like a worm to this stage. Yeah? So, what we teach is, it's so good to show the gratitude. It's so nice to say thank you, and it's so nice to show the gratitude. So, what we do is, we learn to look after the ones who help us. So, when we grow up, our parents will lose their strength, and they get old, and they get weak. And there will come a time that they can't even do anything by themselves. Sometimes even get bedridden. So what does the good human beings do? They exercise this gratitude, the gratefulness. So what they do, they look after their parents like how the parents looked after them when they were a baby. Yeah? So they take time. They take effort, they take money, they spend everything they have to look after their ailing, frail parents. And it doesn't stop with parents. Whoever that has helped us, we return the goodness to them as well. And whoever is in need in the society, whether they have done something to us or not, we go and help them if we are able. Because it's nice to share and care. When we do that, because it's a great quality, it brings us a lot of joy and happiness. Human beings can help another being and get happiness from that. By seeing the other person doing well, we can be very happy. Yeah? So what we are doing is, we are learning all these good qualities and install them in here, so we all can live a relaxed, peaceful life with all this loving kindness, compassion, caringness. So it's shared. So we don't have to live in fear when we get old, when we lose the strength, oh, my children will come and eat me. They will use me. We don't have to live in fear like that. So we can have a peaceful heart because these systems are in place. That's why we teach all these good qualities. That's why we teach you to respect the adults, to respect the parents, to have the gratitude, to have that loving kindness, not just to the adults, not just to the people who help you, even broaden your heart to even to the people who you don't know. And to the extent, even to the person who tried to destroy you. Love your enemy. We should have loving kindness and compassion even to someone who is giving us a hard time. Because just because they don't like us and they give a hard time to us, if we return that nastiness to them, what happens? Does it get settled? No, this will play badminton. I do some nasty to you, some nasty thing to you, and you do the more nasty thing to me. And next time I plan and do a nasty thing. So none of us can be happy. So Buddha says, Nahi verena verani. This is not the way to settle this nastiness, the wickedness. How do we settle? By showing loving kindness. Even if someone does something wrong to us, what do? We forgive and forget and move forward. We give them loving kindness and compassion. Then it's settled. When we don't react the same way, they don't react again. Yes, this is how you disarm someone. But these qualities are not in animal realm. Yes? So there are many qualities like this that we human beings can practice, and it's only what we say, those are special qualities that we human beings only can practice. And more you practice these good qualities, it makes us a good human being. It really separates us from that animal qualities, being an animal and behaving like an animal. When you develop these qualities, you become a human being, and not only normal human being, you become a very great human being. So when you have a lot of these good qualities, a soft heart, this loving kindness, compassion, altruistic joy, this gratitude, and that equanimity and a stable mind, you can do a lot of great things. So when you leave this earth, you can leave a legacy. So read some of the books that's being written about the great people who was on earth. Those are the things that you should pay attention to. So you can see how much good qualities they had. The best person we ever had on earth, the greatest person is the Buddha. But there have been others also who haven't come to the Buddha state, but we all have different levels. And someone who was really great, showing a lot of great qualities in this era, you can go and read the books of Mahatma Gandhi, about Nelson Mandela. Why they have become great people is because they had these great qualities. So there's many great people on earth. There is autobiographies or biographies. Go and read. Then you will see how these qualities have enabled them to be a great person. And we still remember them. They are dead and gone, but we still remember them for their good qualities. So, like you said to me at the beginning, that you think you are here to do something. If you want to do something, we need to be good and wise, and we need to go beyond this, activating this animal brain. We need to shut it down, and we need to develop our human brain, human part, and strengthen the rational thinking ability, the ability to understand things, and the ability to develop these good qualities, this caring quality, this loving kind quality, compassionate quality, and being able to be stable in the midst of all vicissitudes when the liking and disliking is pulling you this way, that way, but stay in the middle and make decisions. Those qualities will make you a great person, and it will allow you to do great work. A normal person can't do, but you can do because you have strength in your mind. This is how you strengthen your mind. Okay. Do you all have any questions? It's a very short session, and I just want to share a few things with you, because today in the society, when you look around, all you see is people behaving like animals, and you hear that, this man or this woman is behaving like a rascal or animal. තිරිසන් වගේ හැසිරෙනවා කියනවා, අමනුෂ්‍යෝ වගේ හැසිරෙනවා කියනවා නේද? They are behaving like non-human beings. Why? Because they haven't taken care of their mind, and they have allowed the animal brain to take charge. So what you have to do is you need to understand what is common between animals and the human beings, and make sure you don't give strength to this animal part. You don't fuel it. What you do is you want to shut it down as much as possible by disciplining yourself, and then developing the good qualities and strengthening the human part. So you can live like a human being, and when you live like a good human being, the bonus you get is no stress. Why today the human beings are going through this stress is because they are behaving like animals. They are just allowing their brain to be like an animal. So if you want to live a good life, when you live a good life, when you strengthen your mind, the bonus what you get is a stress-free life. That's why you should aim for this. That's why you should aim to develop your mind. So you can live with no stress, with peace, and with happiness. When you're peaceful, you can be happy. So this is the recipe for happiness. Ultimately, what you want is happiness. Everything you do is to be happy. So if you want to do something, better be happy. The happy people can do things with ease, and they can do meaningful things, and they can do for others. And when the time comes, we can leave this body where it should be, and we can go happy. Yeah, so you need to plan what you want to do while you are here on earth for the short visit. And have a plan how to go about it. Okay, it's getting closer to 6 o'clock. So do you all have any questions? Is there anything that you would like to ask? How many of you like to be a great person? All of you. Very good. So then you all have to work with the animal brain and tame the animal brain, and pay attention to the human brain and strengthen the human part, and develop the mind. Yes? Then you can fulfill your dream. So what did you learn today, Putta? Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I can't hear. Very good. Very good. What about you? Yeah, you can take it up. That's right. We have to prioritize taming the animal mind and bringing up the human qualities. Yeah, otherwise the animal mind will take over. if you just allow it to play. It's very dangerous. What about you? What did you learn? You can take off, yeah. But I can't hear you, Putta. Sorry.
To get rid of the animal traits.
Good. You like to get rid of the animal traits. Did you see how damaging they are?
Yes.
Very good. Yes, Putta. Sorry, Putta, can you speak louder? Don't play too much on the game. Don't spend too much time on the screen. Wow. Did everyone hear that? Thank you. Anyone else want to share something? Is there anyone who is inspired to come and summarize it? To help everyone? Would someone like to do that? To sum it up? Yeah, come here. Come. Yeah.
So basically the animals, they make decisions of emotions, and humans make decisions of emotions as well, because that part of our brain is the active part.
Yes.
That's why we have to keep our brain in the middle and tame the animal side.
Well said. Well said. So, what is there is, the animals are dominated by their emotions and they make decisions based on emotions. We also can do it. This is why we tend to do it, because that animal brain is in us. The limbic system is within our brain. So therefore, this is why we need to educate ourselves and practice to not to allow the emotions to dominate ourselves, but to learn to get rid of the emotions and allow the human part, the ability to think rationally, logically, discern good, bad, right, wrong, and make sound, good decisions, not based on emotions, but using the understanding. That understanding coupled with goodness. When this understanding is coupled with goodness and wisdom, that what make you a great person. Very well summed up. Thank you. Okay, let's bring this session to an end. So much merits for arranging this session, and also much merits for attending this. I actually thought it's in a small classroom with few kids, but it's nice to see a lot of you turning up. And I hope you all benefited from this, and you will never forget this in your whole life. And that's the best respect you can give to the Lord Buddha and to the Sangha. This is why your parents put so much effort to develop these places. That's why they give so much support to keep the Sangha alive, so they can share their goodness and wisdom that can help you also to live a stress-free life and a good life. So this is how we can change ourselves, and when we help ourselves and understand these things and develop our good qualities and become a good person, this is how we can help the society. This is how we can change a society. We can't change a society, but we can change ourselves. The Dhamma is all about changing ourselves. So we can guide you, and you can do it yourself, and when we do that, we can build a good society. And this is how we can have peace and harmony on earth. So, so much merits for attending this session, and I'm very happy to see you all here and also to meet you again in the future. So if you all have questions, please write it down and bring it here, and I'm quite happy to answer. When you go home, do your research. You know, don't just take things because I said so. Go home and check whether what I said is true and correct. Then you will know the gravity of what's happening now and what you should be doing. Okay. Let's share these merits with all the devas in here, and also with all the departed relatives and the friends, and also with all beings. May these merits help all beings to find comfort and peace of mind, and may these merits help all beings to find a good birth if they are in need of a good birth, if they are already enjoying a good life. May they be able to rejoice in the good fortune they have, and may all of them one fine day be able to be free from all kinds of physical and mental stress and experience the bliss of Nibbana. So keeping this loving kind thought in your mind, let's chant Ettavata Chammihi Gatava. Ettavata Chammihi Sabbadam Punya Sampadam Sabbhe Deva Anumodantu Sabbhe Bhuta Anumodantu Sabbhe Sattha Anumodantu Sabba Sampatti Siddhiya. Also, let's make the aspiration. Let us not find the company or the association with the people who have animal qualities. We call them the wicked and the foolish, the balayas. But let us find the company and the association with the Satpurushas, with the good and the wise people, until we attain Nibbana. So keeping this in mind, let's chant Imina Punya Kammena Gatava. Imina Punya Kammena Mame Bala Samagamo Satan Samagamo Hotu Yava Nibbana Pattiya. Imina Punya Kammena Mame Bala Samagamo Satan Samagamo Hotu Yava Nibbana Pattiya. Imina Punya Kammena Mame Bala Samagamo Satan Samagamo Hotu Yava Nibbana Pattiya. Also, let's make the aspiration that may all the understanding that we develop today, the merits we develop today, bring causes and conditions for us to find freedom from all kinds of suffering and to attain bliss of Nibbana in this very life. Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabha dukkha pamujjatu. So would like to pay my humble respect to the Chief Sanganayaka Thero in Australia. Pardon me for mentioning the name, but Venerable now to Vijita Mahathero, and also all the other Sangha members in the temple. And also I would like to share these merits with the organizers, with the committee, with the 2021 Katina committee, and also everyone who invited me, and also with all the Dayakas who are supporting this temple, and also with all of you. And let's share these merits with all of you and with all of your parents, your teachers, your siblings, your family members, your friends and relatives. May all of you find benefit from these merits. May these merits bring causes and conditions for you all to find good health and long life. And may these merits bring causes and conditions for all of you to find success in all the good endeavors. And may all your good aspirations come true. May these merits also be able to bring causes and conditions for all of you to be able to penetrate into the Four Noble Truths and to bring you closer to the experience, the bliss of Nibbana. May you all be well, comfortable, peaceful and happy. Sukhi hotu. Abhivadana silissa niccang buddha pacayino chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayuvarno sukham balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samejjatu. Sopatveva.